Hi there. So in this video we are going to discuss elaborate few more on the CSS, right? So basically in if you watch my previous videos, uh, more than introduction topics has been covered in CSS. Okay, so what are the thing covered in CSS? I am going to let you know. So basically CSS is nothing but a cascading style sheet. In a previous, if you remember, in previous examples I gave like color in a color for a car is nothing but okay, color for a car is nothing but CSS. Okay, without color is nothing but a color without car is nothing but a HTML. Okay, so I am opening notepad, or directly we'll go here. In that video, if inside head, whatever we write inside head, okay, inside head, what do you call it, opening HTML close. Okay, inside head, whatever we write, okay, whatever we write regarding the style, okay, it is nothing but what we call, it is nothing but the basically HTML sorry, in what we call this CSS has three types of categories. CSS are there: inline, internal, and external. So inline is nothing but inside the body. If you write inside the body, body open, body close. So inside the body, if you write style, okay, inside the if you write anything like h1 tag, if you take any h1 tag, okay, any tag, okay, like h1 tag I'm taking. So inside h1, if you are writing style, okay, style equal to, in double quotes if we write color color colon red, if you are giving like this, if you are giving, okay, like this if you are giving, that is nothing but the style. If style is inside the body, that is not in inline, right? What is the three types? Okay, I'll just make a note. Okay, inline CSS are of three types: inline CSS, second one external CSS, and third one internal. Okay, internal, inline, and external CSS. Okay, so in this if we are using, okay, CSS, okay, if you are using CSS, whatever this color colon is there, red, right? If you are using inside the body, within one what we call here, one tag, within one tag, if you are using, that is nothing but in line. Only in one line we are using this style attribute. Okay, if you are using, okay, if you are using inside the head, if you are using inside the head, if you are using style inside the head, that is known as internal style sheet. Okay, internal style sheet. Okay, that you have already seen that example in previous videos regarding style open, style close, okay, style open, style close. Inside you will write okay, with some a tag we will write, okay, some colors, mouse over red, red, in color with red, color red, green, and blue, some yellow color we have used, right? Mouse mouse over, okay, mouse click, and active, that is nothing but the style inside the head is nothing but, okay, internal CSS. Okay, okay, if in that internal CSS, these attributes, whatever the style attributes, behavior, right, color, colon, that is we wrote, right, that we are writing inside the head, that is nothing but internal CSS. Okay, so inline is completed. In previous video, internal is completed. If you are writing that CSS property outside the, so we are giving some name, right, for this. What is the name we are giving? We are giving some file name dot html, right, html we are giving. Okay, we are giving file name dot html. Okay, this file name dot html, if you are giving to this one, and in another file name I am writing some CSS file name. Okay, some file name. How to know this is CSS? How to know this is CSS? With extension dot CSS. Okay, dot CSS. If this the in this if okay, in this, if style the CSS properties is written here. Okay, okay, it is some, okay, in this if we write the same code, okay, this similar code related to some inside flower base open, flower base close. Okay, we will write some, we will give some name, something name, right, like related to what we call, this is related to color, color, we will give some color. Okay, inside color we will write okay, right, color colon color color colon, just red we will write. Okay, if we write like that. Okay, and this file name, this dot css file name, if you are using this dot css file name, if you are using, if you want to implement this, okay, I am not writing any red color here. Okay, I am removing this red color. Okay, if you are using this red color, okay, if you are using that name inside the HTML file name, okay, inside the HTML file name, then that color red is implemented in this HTML piece. At that time, this is known as, this property is there, right, color colon red property is there, right, this property is applied to HTML file. This is nothing but, this property is outside the HTML, that is nothing but external. This is the meaning of external CSS. Understood? I hope you got a clear idea by this basic example. Okay, this is a file name for HTML, this is a file name for CSS. Okay, if this property has been, this color property has been applied to this HTML file, this red color, okay, then that is nothing but this external color is applied to the to this external CSS property as applied to the HTML, that is the external CSS. Okay, understood? So we have completed inline, internal and external style sheets. Okay, so now, so we are, so what you need to understand here is that basically based on the IDE, okay, based on the IDE, that is IDE is, this is one notepad is, initially we have seen notepad. Okay, after that this is one more IDE, like edit plus is there. Okay, this kind of notepad, but it is giving color text, well, it is displaying. Okay, IDEs will be there. Okay, based on the IDEs we are going to implement it. Okay, based on the IDEs we are going to implement the external standards. Okay, if IDE is there, we will save the more files it can store. Okay, more files it can store. Okay, okay, at that time it will store more files. At that time we will save the name with the .css, and that .css can be used in this HTML. So based on, if you are using IDE, okay, at that time we can use the external CSS. Okay, so now we are in edit plus IDE, not edit plus is a notepad kind of thing. It has more features. Okay, that notepad. So we are in edit plus. No, we can't use in this. So we have used in internal HTML, internal CSS and inline. Okay, internal is nothing but The style tag which we used inside the head, that is nothing but internal, okay. And the CSS properties also, whatever we wrote inside the style tag, that is nothing but internal CSS, okay. Inline is nothing but the style attribute. If we this is different and we both can't both is not written, okay. This is different and that is different, okay. I'm just giving the example, okay. Okay, for making you people understand, you can, if you refer the previous videos, okay, separately I have wrote that thing. If style attribute, okay, attribute is used inside the this value, okay, this tag, okay, h1 tag, okay, here it is a value, right? Inside color red is there, right? This is a value and this is the attribute, right? Style is one kind of attribute. So if we are using this property inside the h1, this is not even inline CSS, okay. If we are using outside this properties outside the another file, that is nothing but I am giving file name 1, okay, file name 1 with not same names, okay. Here some with different name, okay. Okay, file name 1. If you are using other, that is external CSS. So inline completed and internal completed. External we didn't see practically, but the same code is written here. If we didn't install the that ID which will separate those files, so we have this ID, so we have seen so the concept has been completed. The similar thing, external is nothing but if whatever the property, this property we are writing outside the file, and that file name, if you are using inside this HTML, okay, this CSS file name we are using in the HTML file name, okay. If we execute it, the red color will be implemented in this HTML by seeing the by view, okay. It is nothing but a car, a dummy car with a painting is we are able to see the dummy car in the sense with no engine, we are able to see the output. That is nothing but HTML and CSS, okay, understood. And whatever okay, and I will going to say about the JavaScript now, okay. If you understand this thing, HTML and CSS is very much easy and completed. In previous video only it has been so much thing has completed, basic part, and some in that example only it is completed. So now I am going to tell you about JavaScript, okay. So JavaScript, so okay, some events are there, okay. Events is nothing but if any action is performed by some particular function is nothing but an event, okay. Some particular function, if we are taking directly we are taking one button, okay. By button also, if we are pressing that button, some action should be performed, okay. That is nothing but an event, okay. So we are taking one event, okay. What is that event name? Button, okay. JavaScript, okay. I will give one basic idea about, first of all, what is JavaScript, okay. So basically JavaScript is nothing but a car with a painting and an engine that works is nothing but a JavaScript. Getting? A car is there with no color, nothing but no with color, no engine, only layout has been design is there. That is nothing that is with HTML. And a car with some painting is nothing but HTML with CSS, okay. That is nothing but that is what HTML and CSS, okay. A car with an engine which is working condition, okay. Color is there, car design is there, and that is working finely. That is nothing but a HTML, CSS and JavaScript, okay. Fully working car condition. I gave one car example, okay. That is nothing but HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So JavaScript means engine. Without engine no car works, okay. With engine and some internally what is there we don't know. Internally what is there, some engine is there, okay. Engine is there, it's working fine, okay. With engine, okay. Whenever you buy a new car, it will comes with okay, with JavaScript only. You assume that with JavaScript only it is coming. That is in a working condition. Okay, a new car, it is in working condition, okay. That is nothing but a car with HTML, CSS and JavaScript. A car with design, a car with painting, and a car with engine. When you buy a new car, that is nothing but a fully JavaScript HTML and CSS. Understood? That is a good example and best example. Okay, so we are going to see something known as JavaScript. Okay, now some action should be performed. I am writing button, butt button. Okay, open, close. Okay, button open, button closed. Okay, I am just saving this okay, I am writing inside something text, something known as button. Okay, I am just saving it. Okay, I'm saving here. So in this I'm saying like something as giving some f5 dot html. Okay, 5 dot html. I'm just clicking on save. Firstly we are going to see the output of it. Okay, so it is defaultly coming with Internet Explorer. I'm just right clicking on it. Right clicking on it. What happened? So right clicking, open with Google Chrome. So we got a button, right? So I want I want some action to be performed. Okay, when you click on that button, something should be displayed over here. I want something today's date and time. I want, okay, some action should be performed. So internally some function is there, date. Okay, date function is there. Okay, internally some function is there. Okay, date function is there. Okay, when you click on it, it should be performed. Okay, I'll just okay, I'll just write the, in JavaScript we have one thing. Okay, some on click. Okay, that is what happened when I want the output. The moment I click on the button, some date and time should be displayed over here. That thing should be happened. Okay, that is nothing but on click. Okay, we are clicking on click only. That action is performed. That event is performed. Okay, that event is performed on click. So that's why we write it here. It is on click equal to, okay, double quotes we will write. Okay, what we will write? Document dot get element by id is there. Okay, get element by id. So we will write as document dot get element by id. In single quote it is expecting what? id name. This is the syntax. Okay, id name. I am writing this id name. Okay, so something is known there. Document dot get element by id is that by, so in name itself suggests that it is expecting. So I get it. What you want? Okay, I want one id. Okay, where is that id? Should be shown here. Here it is the id. Okay, it is saying that's the meaning. Document dot get element by id. So that id name is written here. Okay, I'll compare this. I mean, I will try to understand. I'll make you understand. Okay, by the terminology. Okay, document dot get element by id. Okay, id name is there. Okay, okay, it is there. Okay, id name is there. Okay, dot, we will write something known as inner. Syntactically it is written like that, inner html equal to, we have some defaultly it has to get that function name is there, that is known as date is the function name. Okay, this is the function name. Okay, whenever we write opening braces and closing name, that is known as function name. Okay, internally they wrote by writing this date only, it will display everything, today's date, time, or that all things it will be displayed. Okay, okay, the moment you will execute, what will happen, get an output also. We'll see. Control S, it won't come. We'll see. Yeah, it is not coming. Why? So I'm just making here it as document to what, here it is a doc type, right? So it is HTML5, we are writing HTML5 in, here it is indicating document, right? So this document, that document, this is document type. Doc type is nothing but document type. Okay, this syntactically we have something known as in JavaScript document dot get element by ID. So this document is there, this is belong to HTML5. Okay, so this document dot get element by is there, right? In that it is expecting ID name, where it will be stored, we will see now. So I am just writing title here. So document is nothing but this document. Okay, this document. Okay, here also doc type is there, it represents HTML5, we are in HTML5. Okay, so document dot, okay, document dot, it accepting get what element by ID, some ID it wants. Okay, that ID name we are giving in single quotes. So now we will see the output after the writing the ID. Okay, so we write something known as well, I am writing any tag name, I am writing on taking on h1. Okay, any tag, not only one tag, any tag we are writing. Okay, h1. Okay, h1 tag I am taking. So inside we are writing something known as heading tag, heading 1 we are writing. Okay, heading tag 1, control S. Okay, we will see the output now. You will get to see the output here, right? Heading 1 is there. I want this, the moment we click on that only, that should be displayed, not that. Okay, so I'm thinking that is related to, that is home page. Okay, so we are seeing the output, right? Now we got the heading 1. Okay, in h1 we got it, right? So I don't want it to be displayed, I want it to display the moment we click on the button. For that only on click is there. Okay, for that only on click is there. On click, the moment we click on that, it is expecting why where is not coming the, it should the moment we are writing the ID name. Okay, the moment we are writing the ID name, okay, what happens, this heading 1 won't be appeared. The moment we click on that, action is performed, by clicking on that it will be displayed. That's the meaning. Okay, we'll try to see the output now. So this ID name, what give, I give the ID name only give. I will bring here, I will write inside ID equal to, okay, this ID equal to, syntactically like this only is there, ID equal to, we will write what, ID name, anything you can write. You can write my name, you can write your name, any name you can give here, and that name should be here. I am syntactically I am giving ID name. Okay, to not to people confuse you, I am giving this ID name. Okay, you can write any name, you can try it out. I'll write any name only. Okay, okay, just control S, click on control S and just go there, it will display the previous output. Okay, it just reload it, because if after reloading only the saved output will be coming. Okay, in some resources also, in some websites also, if you are changing anything and try to execute it, it won't be displayed. After clicking on run only, anything that will be performed in any language. If you are running the program, then if you see the output, then it will be displayed. Without running the program, if you change something and you try to see the output won't be, the latest output won't be coming. Okay, if you run it only, it will be coming. In the same way, you are able to see the output here. Okay, the moment if you reload only, the output will be appearing. Okay, we are going to see the output now. We are going to see the output. So what happens if we click on this button? Okay, if you click on this button, it is coming. Okay, I removed this head, what we call the name. I just click on Control Z, ID equal to what the name, ID name. If you write ID equal to ID name, Control S, just reload it, it is heading, right? The moment you click on this button, it is giving today's date. What is today? Sunday, March 6, 2022, and so date, and this is standard Indian time. Okay, Delhi time it is giving. Okay, Delhi time it is giving. Okay, so Indian time it is giving. Okay, so you may be thinking, I don't want to be this. No, just reload the page. Now it is giving heading, right? You may think, I don't want this to be displayed. Only the moment the click on the button, it should be getting the output. If you reload also, button should be there. This heading should not be there. At that time, what we will do? We will just remove what? We will just remove the heading. Okay. The moment if you will just remove the heading, click on Control S, and it is acting like what? Hiding, and we will think it got hidden, but actually what is we removed that heading inside the name, and just the moment we click on that, we are getting the output. Okay, the moment we click on that, we will getting the output. So it is acting like a, okay, whatever the text we are writing here, so that is, it is for printing these dates, for printing the date time, we are taking the help of what? We are taking the help of this tag. You have to understand the internal meaning here. Internal meaning here is that for printing the date time, so this property, okay, this property is nothing but date property. Okay, date is a function name. Internally, that programmers will write internally regarding for today's date, how to display that. Float base open, float base close. In C language you used to learn, right? This is nothing but a function name. Okay, this internally the programs, okay, dot, okay, date time dot now will, some people in some that functionality will work in some other languages. If you write date also, it won't be displayed. Date time dot now, it will work perfectly fine. So in this JavaScript, it is writing like date is working with date time it is giving. Okay, so that's it. It is it is printing. Okay, whatever the date is there here, we are taking the help of one tag, and it is printing in place of this ID, this with the help of ID. Okay, with the help of ID name only. Okay, that heading inside the heading, in place of heading only, that is, so inside heading, that date time is displayed. So it is erasing that heading and giving the date. If you click on Control S, so if you there also Control S, if you there also, what happens? Just reload it, click on it, it is erasing that data and heading date. The moment we click on that button, that action is performed where? That action is performed internally. This much time date is written internally. Internally, that is there. How to see, how to know? Just right click on it, inspect, go to click on this one, just click on this one. So you can see whatever I said, h1 is there, right? ID equal to ID name is there. Internally, what is there? Sunday, March 6 is there, right? Internally, this got, that heading got erased, and this is there. Whatever the context is there, here is there. Just reload the page, we will get again the heading. Just reload the page, we are getting a heading, right? This similar thing we have discussed in regarding what? Regarding what? Here in Google, when we go to Google, in the previous go to google.com. The moment if we click on it, we have changed some name, right? Just inspect it. The moment we change it, right? In previous example, there also JavaScript has been covered. So entirely in that previous videos only, CSS, HTMLs and JavaScript have been covered. I am taking this, the people may be thinking some resources, what is there, document.getHTML element by ID. I am, what we call, elaborating more on that. Okay, just click on Google search. Okay, here it is there, right? Input, this is what is there, input type is equals to text, this text design is there. Okay, you can elaborate, you can, the people who are aware of HTML, they'll, okay, they can understand. Okay, so that is the meaning of it. Okay, I have shown the practical example also by changing the clicking on that button, so that data got erased and it is printing like this. Okay, for printing purpose we are taking the help of other tags. Okay, so that's it, it's very much easy. That is all about HTML and CSS and JavaScript, and thank you guys, keep learning.